No, yo le digo, mira. 100%. Le digo, vamos a arruinar, márgalo, que no se marca. Y ya, resuelve. Claro, hermano. Tremendo avioncito, vale, bro. ¿Y cuándo van a empezar a llegar los americanos? La serie. Otra. Ah, como una filial. Ahí lo tienes. Oye. Mira, escúchame bien, mira, no, funciona, no. El secretario llega, va a dar un break y después sale a hablar con nosotros. O sea, no es que llegue y una vez se va para la red. Ya. Y ahora. Rafael, habla ya. Hola. Ahora sí le escucha, porque yo lo escucho. Rafael, habla, por favor. Hola. Toma, habla de ciudad, ya te lo voy a pasar. ¿Ah? Solamente va a entrar allá también, se va para acá. ¿Y ahora? Según eso es lo que han dicho. ¿Podríamos estar aquí? Habla con la secretaria. Yo te escucho. Mira, sabes que tengo que el secretario va a entrar a un break y luego sale. Entonces puede ser que cuando él llegue yo te aviso. Exacto, escúchame lo que vamos a hacer. Cuando él entre el break, yo te digo, Natalia, vamos a conectarnos porque él sale a unos 15 minutos, ¿me entiendes? Dale, pues voy a salir. Pero, o sea, hacen las pruebas ahí y te van dando otras tomas del avión para que las tengas. Bueno, lo voy a dejar entonces. Dale, Rafael, están haciendo unas pruebas y tú vas a hacer. Claro. You will take a break. Well, they have a break. Voy a cortar para hacer unas tomas y volvértelas a mandar. No, de mi teléfono, No, vale, de mi teléfono. Aquí. Para mandar más tomas, ¿sabes? Para mandar otras tomas. Quédate ahí que están haciendo una prueba ya.
foto tú. No, a ver quién nos ayuda con eso.
día de hoy el secretario Burgum ha realizado un recorrido por los estados del sur del país. Tenemos conocimiento de que inclusive visitó algunas empresas que tienen que ver con el aluminio, que tienen que ver con minerales raros y que tienen que ver también con la minería en general. Por supuesto, una información que está en desarrollo y estamos acá en Rampa 4, en la terminal comercial del Aeropuerto Internacional Simón Bolívar Uneglia, porque estamos esperando su llegada, su arribo acá al aeropuerto para que nos dé sus impresiones, como el resumen de toda esta gira que ha realizado durante 2 días acá en Venezuela. Por supuesto, una información que está en pleno desarrollo y que estaremos ampliándola para ustedes, no solamente en emisiones de Noticias Venevisión, sino a través de las redes sociales. Ya se lo habían.
espacio.
Pégate, por favor. Rafael, toma el teléfono. Rafael, voy. Estoy conectando. Ya me estoy conectando. Ya, estoy esperando por ti.
Toma.
Me van a poner aquí.
Toma.
Ya, yo estoy por aquí. Sí, estoy esperando que la
Sara, ¿quieres pasar por acá? Llévatelo.
¿Sale de cómo dar este? No, está full.
Entra, ¿qué dice?
Sí, él es amigo mío.
No, pero ahora no hay que bajar esa visera, compré este vídeo. Entonces, ¿cuál prefieres? ¿Yo uso este?
No, ese es el de...
No vale, tranquilo. Rafael, ok, ya lo veo.
El lío, güey. I don't know, jeez.
I really don't know how this makes sense. How is
I'm just gonna. Huh?
Do you need the cable?
I do. Well,
are the cameras there?
You know, they're coming walking.
well, I don't. We need a microphone to pick up the sound.
I know. Yeah.
You know?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Mira, aquí le conviene. Again, all these cameras?
Ya tengo más
That makes a lot of sense.
So much.
I mean, I'm not a video person, but I would think.
I mean, I hope he looks at the camera. Because I have a guy on the cell phone. Okay, muchachos, pongan atención, por favor.
Si va a hacer la información, la va a hacer aquí. Entonces, ustedes necesitan estar de ese lado un poco más cerca, pero necesitamos que llegue primero. La vía de salida de él es esa, entonces necesitamos mantenerla libre. Por acá, no para allá.
Pero él va a responder mirando a la cámara. Tiene que responder mirando a la cámara.
Pero desde este ángulo.
Exacto. Que como que nos ignore a nosotros. Producing television.
I'm like, you can't stop, can you?
I mean, look, I definitely want you on my cell phone and camera looking at me answering my question. That is just my ego.
We all want that.
Ahorita me están preguntando que pueden acercar el micrófono. Mira, no vamos a tener al secretario de Prensa para que tenga el ángulo que ellos escogieron para que se vea la foto, es de lado. Él me va a grabar con el audio, pero tú no lo vas a escuchar a él. We're not going to hear him. Claro, no lo vamos a escuchar. No hay micrófono. Perfect. Hold aside only. Well, I have 2 weeks, but I think they're going to put me on like Wednesday. Right.
I know. I mean, I worry unless we get to go closer, it's just going to get wind.
I think he said that we
Go up.
yeah, that
God, it feels like a weird.
Oh, okay.
I was saying it's funny how like all the Latin American correspondents kind of, we're all like from such different corners.
I know.
There's a few in, Mexico, I guess. Yeah, most of the ones in Brazil are in Rio. Always seem to like bump into each other at things like this.
I know, it's always like election protest.
I had quite a lot of people in my patch suddenly for the Bolsonaro trial. That was quite exciting. Everyone came to Brazil.
So you agree?
Me and some others. Yeah. It's funny, I really like Scott. Kind of like a strategy, I think. A lot of people.
When it's the real gaggle, you have to move up with your mics, right? But then, I think for now, if he's just moving in, then we'll let him move in, right? Okay? But they'll organize you. Yeah, they'll organize you if he's going to do the gaggle now, okay? But probably he'll just move in and then we'll come out and do it in. Like 2 minutes. 2 minutes? Yeah. So 2 minutes. So if you want to go, they can go. But I need you guys to move back
with the
this
microphones. We can go for when that time
Creo que sí, ¿ya? All right, 1 minute. Let me get
Después de la instalación. Exacto. O sea, podemos grabarlo entrando y ya.
That's fine. No questions on the way in if he's walking in. So just.
I've never been so much drama for like a Minister of Land Management. It wasn't here, I feel like. People would be like,
Well, it's the energy dominant.
hey, how are you doing? Oh my gosh.
Así es, Estefanía, sí. El secretario Doug Burgum acaba de arribar acá al aeropuerto internacional Bolívar de Maiquetía, como tú lo has dicho. Ya todo está preparado. 4. Tiene previsto que primero entre el lobby de Europa 4, acá de la terminal presidencial, para luego atender a los periodistas que están acá, que por supuesto está casi toda la prensa nacional e internacional, por supuesto aquí en la país esperando sus palabras para ver el resumen de esta gira que he tenido, como tú lo dijiste también, de alto nivel
Okay.
I know, it's so
What was that?
Ay, perdón.
Ay, perdón.
He grabbed this. Not gonna hit there.
You're actually asking for help.
Yeah, that was me asking you, Itter.
I thought you were like.
I am kidding. I'm suspicious as well about whether
You're like, is this?
What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe I'm being pessimistic. I suspect the timing.
I'm so not good at this.
I'm thriving.
It's just so many places I love. Here,
Did you go to Venezuela?
today? No, I didn't go yesterday. I wish I had gotten it. And I went to Chapa's school. It's his 13th.
Yes.
There was just a bunch of people there. And this was so good.
There were.
To see the lobby.
Oh, that too. Oh my god.
It's the gold rush.
No, what is this? Like big
Yeah.
like I told the hotel people, I was like, hey, you guys are like being invaded by the cowboys.
Yeah.
They're the mineral company.
Okay, got
So
it.
they are literally the cowboys. Because those guys are the same ones in Congo, right? They're
It's that.
they are rough.
It's that.
Those people are serious.
Yeah. I bet there's a show on Paramount.
It would be an amazing show because it looked weirdly like
But like, yeah,
but
it's
like
very
but Western.
Yeah.
It was very Western.
Oh, good. Oh, they're going to it normal. Oh, she's all.
Excuse me, sorry.
God. Reporters by the camera.
Oh, all right. So we're here. Yeah.
Right here.
All right.
Donde él va a ofrecernos, digamos, este balance de su visita acá luego de reunirse con digamos, las autoridades, con la presidenta encargada Rodríguez, con y también la delegación de empresarios que lo acompañó.
Okay, how about this? Is this okay? Yeah. Okay, let's get a barrier of people so we can see the plane. Okay.
So
we're gonna figure out right here.
Un poco más para atrás, por favor, para que la toma del avión.
Estamos tratando de colocarnos todos en posición para poder tomar las declaraciones del secretario Burgum cuando salga.
Si él habla,
Las indicaciones precisamente
Ponerme aquí, sí, está bien.
que
Agacho.
Está bien. Para tomar las impresiones del secretario acá en rampa 4 del Aeropuerto Internacional Simón Bolívar de Miami. Y esperamos unos minutos. Entonces, acá luego, sí, creo que exactamente, nos están indicando precisamente que tenemos que colocarnos en esta zona para poder precisamente tomar la impresión de él. Ya, para poder tomar esta es la distancia que debemos tener para poder tomar la declaración en unos minutos cuando él salga.
Por favor, un poco más hacia atrás para que exactamente la toma del avión, por favor.
Exacto. Precisamente.
You guys pull, okay, so you guys keep holding this area, and when he comes in, we get out of the
Continuamos acá, escuchando las indicaciones del equipo de prensa, tanto de la embajada norteamericana en nuestro país como de la Secretaría de Interior norteamericana, dan para poder realizar esta cobertura que estamos llevando a cabo para todos ustedes desde temprano horas de la mañana. Arribamos a las 4 a las inmediaciones del Aeropuerto Internacional Bolívar de Miami aproximadamente a las 11 de la mañana. Y por supuesto hemos hecho espera acá en rampa 4 del aeropuerto, esperando la llegada del secretario Burgum, que arribó a esta terminal hace ya minutos, como ustedes lo han podido observar. Solo esperamos su salida de la terminal y por supuesto devolvemos el pase contigo, Estefanía, y esperamos nada más el momento en que él nos ofrezca estas declaraciones. Corto. Bueno, hasta ahora no nos han dado bueno, hasta ahora no nos han dado informaciones adicionales. Lo que sabemos es que hizo un recorrido bastante exhaustivo por las empresas de Guayana, lo que llamamos las empresas de Guayana, nosotros acá en Venezuela, y por supuesto con las otras con minería. Los
Taylor will
con minería y extracción de minerales críticos. Son los minerales críticos precisamente los utilizados para la industria tecnológica a nivel mundial. Tiene que ver con procesar, por supuesto, superconductores, procesadores, baterías para autos eléctricos, celulares. Eso es el personal empresarial que acompañaba al secretario Burgum en este viaje. Por supuesto, es lo que seguimos recibiendo indicaciones del personal de la Secretaría de Interior para realizar la cobertura cuando él tenga a bien en este momento salir, que estamos esperando lo que vemos en la puerta de la terminal, que está por salir, está saliendo ya el personal de él, y lo más probable es que dé las declaraciones acá en todo, en el frente del avión como background de su balance de esta visita acá a Venezuela. Y por supuesto, Estefanía, seguimos acá llevándoles a ustedes las incidencias de esta visita histórica, una de las 3 que se han producido hasta el momento de alto funcionarios del gobierno del presidente Donald Trump. Acá
más atrás, por favor.
Vamos a volver hacia atrás como estábamos antes, ¿les parece?
Una línea.
una línea así.
Sí, por favor. Guiándonos por fotos, así. Allá, por allá. O sea, de aquí, la línea hacia allá.
Ajá, te escucho.
Vamos, por favor, un poquito para atrás, por favor.
¿Qué pasa? No, todavía no.
not from the side.
No, no, from the side.
Yeah.
Lo que viene saliendo sería here and here.
Okay. Bueno, entonces te aviso y te llamo súper rápido para que tú aceptes. ¿Me escuchaste? O sea que cuando yo vea que venga saliendo, me conecto súper rápido, tú me aceptas. Dale. Nada, todavía nada, tranquilo, yo te aviso, dale.
¿Se escucha?
Padrón,
No creo, ¿en serio? Nada. Okay.
No sound here. They're saying no sound. Sound is not good.
Okay.
Can you talk aloud?
Can we have a lookout
Oyen.
now?
Se oye. Se escucha. Hay algo like this.
Okay.
Se escucha.
Okay, we gotta go.
Yes.
¿Se escucha bien? ¿No me estrelló? ¿En nombre de Dios? ¿Se escucha bien?
Has one guys in the United States feel like this? No. Okay. I've never been. I don't
Like, literally, we're in a tiny town, 3,000 people, and the police station is
Un poco más atrás, por favor. Un poquito más atrás.
Mira, hay que ponerse por delante porque va a tener que agacharlo.
Let them know, like, okay, so Julio and Jose, yeah. If it goes down the line, we need to know the order, so that we know
Sarah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, all right. I'll see you.
Come in.
Are you good?
Thank you. Good?
Are you good?
Good.
How are you feeling?
Feeling great. How are you feeling? Great.
Déjame chequear algo allí porque...
Van a llamar y se llaman. Falta una cosa. Pero para que lo tengan ahí de frente. Claro, lo tienes que conectar. Pero tienes
Ahora. A ver. Está bien.
Sara, vamos a hacer algo, pásame el micrófono. Ok, mira que está por este lado.
Disculpa.
Y te lo vuelvo a dar.
Qué lío.
No, maestra, que tienes un desastre ahí.
Desastre tiene que ir.
Que sí, que no. Mira, lo volvieron a mover.
No.
Pero, ¿ahora qué?
Empuja hacia atrás, por favor.
Pero. No mames.
Un poquito para atrás, por favor.
Tranquili.
Cuidado con el cable. Cuidado con el cable.
Pero Efra, ahora el.
No, ahorita lo probamos.
Grazie mille.
It's the first time we're not in a hotel. We don't have our equipment. We're all going to make this work. Okay, so Secretary wants everyone back out of this path. I know we're going to.
No tapemos la cámara porque si no, no estamos haciendo nada.
mataran a... Pero... We gotta get the microphone in for the live feed, man.
Pero van a tener que agacharse para no tapar las cámaras.
Todo enredado.
Ahí. Okay, yeah, you're the edge.
Okay, this looks good. I don't know about hearing.
Are you producing the... Are you
I'm
producing
trying
the
to help. They're like, chop, chop, we gotta go. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? You gotta go? I pay to remove these fucking things for my face. Having your blood somewhere.
De aquí para allá, de allá para allá.
Si quieres, arrimos para acá.
Mande. Es que tengo que andar con...
Mira, ¿cuál es la clave de esto?
¿Cuál? 31-18.
Chris, is the ground at the shot at all?
Gracias, amigo.
No.
¿Qué necesitas? No, para desbloquear. No, eso, él te va a llamar y tú le das y listo. Claro.
Ahí. Bendición.
Gordo, va a estar así, ¿eh? Gordo, va a estar así como está el señor. Va a estar para ver si está el señor.
Load it up. Okay, here we go. Everyone stay back, please.
Vamos a bajarnos para que las cámaras puedan grabar.
Viene.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'll open up with a few comments and then we'll take questions. Taylor Rogers from the White House will call on some folks. But first of all, I just want to say thanks to President Trump, his great leadership, his courage, his decisive action on January 3rd created an opportunity for a change in direction for Venezuela. And Venezuela, under the leadership of Delcy Rodriguez and her brother, Dr. Rodriguez, have been moving at Trump speed. There's been more positive change for the people of Venezuela in the last 2 months than perhaps there had been in the last 20 years. And that's a credit to the leadership that's here. We've just come off of fantastically positive, constructive 2 days of meetings. We had dozens of companies here from the United States that were interested in investing in Venezuela, coming back to Venezuela. They were here perhaps 10, 15, 20 years ago. Some of these companies had operated in Venezuela for over 100 years and they want to come back. That's a reflection on both the opportunity, the resources, the natural resources of this country, oil and gas, also the natural resources around minerals, but it's a credit to the people of Venezuela as well. So we're very excited about how constructive and positive these 2 days of meetings were. We continue to move towards normalization of relationships between the United States and Venezuela. And again, grateful for all of you to be here today and grateful for our hosts. We had a fantastic meeting, and I'm happy now to take a few questions. Thank you.
So if you tell me, why do you think that the economic momentum will continue with U.S. companies?
Well, I think there's some durability already. One of the important things that's happened since that first week in January, we met with all the oil and gas companies at the White House, and they said, yes, but is Venezuela going to take the actions that they need to create an environment so that capital can flow to this country, both human capital and financial capital. Just weeks after that, again, under Delcy Rodriguez Madam President and her brother, Dr. Rodriguez, they passed this really significant new hydrocarbon law, which improves the transparency, the consistency. It cuts red tape. It creates an environment where companies feel comfortable that they want to be able to reinvest and come back in here. So that was a major step. When we were here with the mining companies yesterday, they said, wow, wouldn't it be great if we had a law like the hydrocarbon folks? And Delcy said, hey, we're going to introduce it on Monday. We're going to have a new law. And so again, when we see the progress in changing durable structure of how investment would be handled, that speaks really, really well for the potential for a lot of economic activity coming back to this country.
Secretary, what is the plan for the U.S. to make sure that the criminal elements, the guerrillas, the entrenched government corruption that has been part of the mining sector, of illegal mining, how do you make sure for investors that it is safe for them to invest here? And will the U.S. take an active role in that in a military way? Who's going to fight those actors? And why do you trust Diosdado Cabello, who still has a bounty in the United States, is a wanted man in the United States, and you're sitting right across from him? Is he going to be involved in those negotiations?
Well, you've asked a number of questions, but let me just start with in terms of how do we create, again, confidence for capital to flow here. I think what you saw with the group of companies that were here in the mining sector were companies, like Peabody, like Glencore, like others that have been operating in this country for a long time before they left and want to come back. And these are companies that have a proven track record of high integrity, whether it's in Central Africa, whether it's in Australia, whether it's in the United States. And one of the discussions we had with the leadership today was let's work together to make sure that those companies that are coming to invest are the kinds of companies that you would want to have as a great corporate citizen. Many of the oil and gas companies were here have worked in my home state where I was governor for 8 years, and they're the best corporate citizens.
But there's no guerrillas controlling the mines there, or child labor, or environmental degradation. How is that cleanup going to take place, and what role will the U.S. and the Ministry of the Interior under Cabello play in that transition process?
Well, I think the presence of the security concerns that you described was a function of the economic environment. But with the new mining law, just like the new hydrocarbon law, that's going to create the opportunity for organized companies that can come in and create great high-paying jobs, take care of the environment, just like these companies do in the rest of the world. And I think that economic force is even more important than a military force in driving a transition, because it's going to be felt by the people that live in those regions as well.
Any comments on Cabello, quickly? Just on Cabello, any comments at all?
We're CNN. Okay. We're CNN. Okay, there you go. Hi there.
Hi there. The government of Delcy Rodriguez has made some compromises in the security area, how they will handle, for example, the gangs that are working right now in that mining area.
Well, it's a little bit of the same question. I mean, I think that that activity filled an empty vacuum. It went in and it created economic opportunity where there was none. But I think that if you have a superior economic opportunity, both for the team members, the communities, the country, everybody involved, I think you're going to see this government very concerned about providing the right kind of security. We heard assurances in the meeting today and yesterday that if companies wanted to get to these areas, do due diligence, think about reopening mines, maybe even getting back to mines that they themselves were running 15 or 20 years ago, that this government would ensure their security. So I'm feeling very optimistic about an environment where investment is going to flow, not just to offshore oil and gas, not just to Caracas, but actually to the interior where these enormous resources exist.
What is your message to Venezuelans and Venezuela and Delcy Rodriguez about the power of U.S. dollars to create durable change, about investment as a tool for diplomacy and reform?
Well, I would say anything that I wanted to say to Delcy, I've already said the last 2 days because she's been so generous with her time, spending time with meetings with the two delegations, with dinner last night with her and her brother. But I would say that currency was one of the topics that we talked about. And it's an important one. The steps that are being taken to increase the flow of capital back into Venezuela certainly is going to help stabilize the currency. It was interesting. We had one of the leaders of, one of the co-founders of Coinbase here. who's helped create the whole cyber currency era, and we know that a lot of Venezuelans that are on the ground, on the front lines working this country are protecting their own Venezuelan dollars by transferring them over to stable coin and then transferring back when they need to spend them. So the people of Venezuela have been resourceful in trying to protect their own resources from the hyperinflation that's occurred. But I think the faster that we can move on normalizing relations, the faster you're going to see the gap between the official and the unofficial currency rate close. And we of course know you walk into a grocery store in this country, you're going to see items priced in the dollar. There is an effect of dollarization already happening. It doesn't have to be an official policy, but anything that we can do to help create a stable currency where the citizens are not impacted by the negative impacts of hyperinflation would be very positive. And of course, again, at the high level, getting capital investment flowing in this country will help. The bank reserves at 70% are among the highest in the world. That's choking off consumer credit. There's a big opportunity here for, again, for the average citizen to have more access to credit, less hyperinflation, greater jobs, and they'll see the benefits. Because, of course, when the oil starts flowing, those revenues, a big chunk of those going back to the government to provide services for the people of this country. So, and today we had positive for Chevron, who's been operating here, announced this morning in our meeting that they had record production. Yesterday was their all-time record production, and they know they can go even higher than that going forward. So whatever goals that were set for 2026 for oil and gas production, I'm positive that Venezuela is actually going to exceed those.
Hi. Yeah, does the U.S. plan to lift all U.S. sanctions on Venezuelan oil? If so, when? And what would that mean for U.S. investigations into wrongdoing?
The process right now, the question was about sanctions. The process right now is to clear the path for capital investment through issuing licenses. There was 4 general licenses that were issued that opened up broad swaths of the oil and gas industry. Stay tuned and expect to see a similar set of general licenses for the mining industry, and that would include people that want to invest in mines, people that want to ship mining equipment, people that want new technology to come here. We want to open the door for those to come back in, and the fastest path that we can do right now is through the licensing process, and the first of those took several weeks to get out. The next wave, took a week. The next wave, they maybe take 2 or 3 days because we've got a template that we can follow. We told all the companies that we met with the last 2 days if they were having any issues with getting material or people through visas or capital into the country, talk to us because we want to help those that want to come here to do constructive work with high integrity. We want to clear the path for them to get here and start working.
Let's wrap it up with Wall Street Journal.
I was actually going to ask about the gold sanctions as well. Since you already asked that, did you talk about democratization at all in your dinner with Delcy Rodriguez and Dr. Rodriguez?
Well, we certainly talked about a positive future for this country, and there's a number of things that are happening again under the current leadership that are very positive for everybody in this country. And I think you're seeing that in the laws that are being passed. They're again creating a framework that is going to be more peace, more stability, and more prosperity for the people of Venezuela. So right now we're very pleased in the direction that this country is going, and the United States is very happy to be a supportive partner in this progress. And again, for those folks back home, understand when Venezuela, which is just hours away from the United States, it's a 4-day ride for a tanker ship of Venezuelan oil to get to America. It's sometimes 40 days, to get to Asia. There's such an opportunity. People are concerned about oil and gas prices in America. Venezuela, with the resources they have, absolutely huge win for Venezuela, huge win for America. We also know that one of the highest strategic national security threats to any democratic nation right now is China's control of critical minerals. So as we saw at the ministerial that was held at the State Department with Marco Rubio a few weeks ago, 51 countries coming to Washington, D.C. wanting to sign agreements where nations could trade freely with a price floor around critical minerals. the resources that are here around not precious metals like gold, but critical minerals in this country, and minerals that we need like bauxite for aluminum, for defense and for advanced manufacturing and for your laptop. And if people don't understand critical minerals, just understand that every phone and every camera that you're pointing at me right now has got rare earth minerals in it. Sometimes an iPhone, as many as 42 of the top 60 might be included in that device. So it's not just for defense and for computers. It is, everybody needs to have a secure supply of these to keep the global economy going. The United States is committed to leading in that area. And again, Venezuela, as a trusted ally and partner of the United States, that's the future vision, could play a huge role in that. So with that, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Creo que hay posibilidades de que ellos puedan volver a sus... Bueno, parece que todo está en el aire, pero... Sí, sí, exacto. O sea, como...
Pero no
pues,
solo
puede que no
oro,
sabemos hacer con la guerrilla.
pero hay, por ejemplo, Thank you, Patricia. Thank you.
It wasn't you. It was CBS. So sorry.
¡Hey! ¡Permiso! Permiso, hermano. ¡Hey!
I wasn't expecting to be called out. I'm like, ugh, fuck. I was going to ask about sanctions, and those are all taken. I'm like, shit, democracy.
Honestly, not no. Sorry.
¿Tienes las CBS? Te pregunto, buenísimo.
Lili.
¡Epa!
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Quiero hablar de vaya. Tú preguntabas quién es.
Le dije quién es, y me dijo
You're in the JW Marriott.
You guys come around. No. Which I know is top on your list. You're right.
Are you guys allowed to venture to Juan Sebastian Bar yet?
No, I can look at it.
You can look. Yeah, that's true. We're cool. We're cool.